Hello everyone, and welcome back to another one of these TV schedule videos. And boy, do I got a very special one for you. I will be going through Boomerang's schedule for weekdays and Game Show Network, as I mentioned in my last post. So without any further delays, let's get this show on the road. But before I go through the schedule, I must give out a huge shout out to Sometopcatfan. Yeah, he was the one that shared the schedule with me when he mentioned me in his post. And I was shocked. I didn't even believe it until he actually gave me freaking proof. Yeah, this is real. So, some Top Cat fan, if you're watching this, you get a freaking shout out. I appreciate what you've been doing here. And speaking of the mentioning me thing, I've been doing a little bit of thinking, and I think when it comes to like users that are nice and I can trust them and stuff, I'm getting more users like that. So yeah, they're allowed to mention me. But if it's someone like those other bad guys I do not want to be naming here, then yeah, no. But anyways, let's just get this video started. So we have here 2 hours of Looney Tunes, a pup named Scooby-Doo, Baby Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry Kids, which now takes out the Flintstone Kids. The Flintstones, the Jetsons, the Yogi Bear Show, Tom and Jerry Show, the Looney Tunes Show, and might I add, before we move on, these are the only 2 new hours they have on weekdays. Yeah, not even joking. Anyways, next we get Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, the Scooby-Doo Show, the all-new Scooby and Scrappy-Doo Show, the new Scooby-Doo movies, What's New Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo Where Are You?, the Scooby-Doo Show, the all-new Scooby and Scrappy-Doo Show for an hour, the new Scooby-Doo movies. Now, I must warn you, these next 2 hours you're about to see are very frickin' shocking. Like, I was shocked myself when I first saw this. And I didn't think it was real until some Top Cat fans showed it to me. So, prepare for this, guys. Coming up next, we have... What's this? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Codenamed Kids Next Door? The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack? And Chowder?
But, what? I thought these... What? I'm speechless. I am speechless, guys. Just classic Cartoon Network shows on Boomerang? We haven't gotten this since, like, February.
And I understand, like, May with Teen Titans Go and Adventure Time. Technically, it was February because Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was the final one they aired before they got rid of him for a long time. I am surprised. Like, after they clearly said these shows didn't do well on late night hours, they just decided to give them another chance. And yes, I know you guys are just thinking this now. They did replace Boomerang Theater. So, yeah, it looks like Boomerang's very first programming block, or one and only programming block that was still here even after the Boomerang rebrand is gone now. They've had it for a good 24 years, ever since the channel first launched in April of 2000, when it got its own channel. But now it's gone. In which I can understand, because not only they showed it really late at night, but they didn't have much good movies. Look, I can understand they had Hanna-Barbera movies, but they mostly had Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry movies, which is pretty bad. But yeah, considering the fact that most of those movies were new and didn't belong to the channel at all, I think this is a nice replacement. Yeah, sure, these shows were from the 2000s, but they're still old. Like Foster's Home is 20 years old, Codenamed Kids Next Door is like 22 years old, and then Flapjack and Chowder are like 17 years old. And I must mention this about Chowder and Flapjack too. I've seen a video from someone back then ranting about Boomerang's schedule and how it, rebranded and stuff and it was changed. He mentioned something that Chowder is not a classic Cartoon Network show. It's modern. But come on, look at the date. 2007. Okay, I can understand people say like the later 2000s they're not classic, but I don't agree with that. Like, if a show is like at least 15 years old, it belongs to the channel. Like, Chowder and Flapjack, as I mentioned before, they're like 17-ish years old. I think they belong perfectly on the channel. But if we're talking about like the Looney Tunes show and Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, Be Cool Scooby-Doo, the Tom and Jerry show, and Wabbit, I could understand. Those shows are not classic, but Chowder is. Heck, they even had it when Boomerang was still the Boomerang logo and saying, "Only on Boomerang from Cartoon Network. It's all coming back to you." I mean, I can understand they had it on there pretty early, because back when Boomerang was still old, they had it. Chowder was like 6, 7, 8 years old. I can understand they had it on there too early, but this is 2024, the 2020s now. So I think at this point, they have a nice place on the channel. Flapjack can be the same way too. Also, before I finish this up, I must say, just the fact that they have Codename Kids Next Door, Foster's Home, and Chowder, which is from the other block of shows, that's kind of expected. Flapjack is shocking. I thought they'd do something like Camp Lazlo, like before. But no. And you guys probably were thinking I'd forget about this, but these 2 hours of shows, 4 Cartoon Network shows, classic, they're just like the block that Tom Aschheim did. Only except K and D was first, Foster's Home is second, Chowder's third, and then Camp Lazlo would be fourth. So, is the robot that's working on Boomerang's schedule trying to be like Tom Aschheim? Oh my god, it's like, even though they got rid of him, sadly, they're still trying to think about him or, like, inspire him or something. I don't really understand that, but, I mean, it's a nice block. It's still 2 classic hours replacing new hours. Not only that, but Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry hours. So you better believe that's a frickin' plus in my book. Anyways, after this, we get Popeye the Sailor, and Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. is gone, which is good. I'm glad it's gone. In my opinion, it did not belong to the channel. Look, I can understand it's like 14 years old, but come on. It didn't really have a good place. And then Looney Tunes came on. So, after all that rambling, I think it's safe to say that this schedule is still good. Now, I can admit there's still quite a bit of Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo. I know some Top Cat fan disagreed with me on the fact that it's okay to have a lot of Scooby-Doo because they're classic hours. I can understand, yeah. But the thing of it is, they're having it for like 6 or 7 hours. I understand they're classic, and I understand they belong to the channel. But would people really want to watch Scooby, Shaggy, Fred, Daphne, and Velma solve mysteries on Boomerang for 6 or 7 hours? I didn't think so. I mean, if you have it for like 3 or 5 hours, I can understand. Like, do you not see the block that they have here? Scooby-Doo, where are you? From like 10:30 all the way up until 3. So that's 4.5 hours right there. Oh, and I actually forgot about this. Since I was rambling about those classic Cartoon Network shows, I figured I show you what they'll be doing on Saturdays, because yeah, they have a different lineup there. Well, technically it's Fridays, but it's in the early morning hours of like Saturday or something. So let me show you what they're going to be having there. Hold on, let me make this more suspenseful for you guys. I think it's one more day. Yeah, that's a different lineup there. So after this, we get the Powerpuff Girls for an hour, followed by Johnny Quest and Thundarr the Barbarian. So, yeah, they have a different lineup here, even though they could have easily had the other 4 shows here, but I guess they wanted to make room for this show, so that's fine with me. So all in all, decent lineup. Very decent lineup. Of course, I do not want to get on Jamie Snowden and frickin' Colbert Awesome about these channels. Like, all they want is the schedule to be perfect. Okay, look. These schedules are good enough on their own. They don't need to be freaking perfect, alright? I understand what they say. I really do. But these schedules are not bad, guys. Like, how can you hate a lineup with freaking variety? How? Like, do they want there to be, like, only 5 shows on the lineup? Do they want that? I didn't think so. Do you not see how many stinking different shows they have on here? Let me count it up for you guys, like how I always do. So let's see. Let's take 26, which is my birthday, by the way, of this month. So you get Popeye 1, Looney Tunes 2, Scooby-Doo, Pup Named Scooby-Doo 3, Baby Looney Tunes 4, Tom and Jerry Kids 5, Flintstones 6, Jetsons 7, Yogi Bear Show 8, Tom and Jerry Show 9, Looney Tunes Show 10, Scooby-Doo or Are You 11, The Scooby-Doo Show 12, this one 13, New Scooby-Doo Movies 14, What's New Scooby-Doo 15, more Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry 16, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends 17, Coding Kids Next Door 18, Flapjack 19, Chowder 20. You get 20 freaking shows on the lineup. That, I think, is a stupendous win. Like, that's a good variety right there. Now, of course, I'm not going to count up how many classic hours there are. Although I am counting this one. Even if they were from the later 2000s, I don't care. I'm still counting them as classics. They seem more older than the Looney Tunes Show, Tom and Jerry Show, and Wabbit. Oh yeah, speaking of Wabbit, they're actually gone. They actually took that out, which is good. Of course, it's still on weekends, but, I mean, to be honest, I know new stuff don't belong to the channel. I've said this multiple times. Apparently, Bubba's World doesn't understand that. But if they're on weekends, like if you dedicate 7 new hours on weekends, that's fine with me. I mean, it's only 2 days. 2 days is a weekend. Yeah, weekends, 2 days, whatever. That's okay. But weekdays, I think, should be all around classics. And I think they are doing that, which is good. So now, I want to, let's see. Okay, yeah, I want to tell you how I would improve on this lineup. So, what would I do? What would Spencer R. do about this Boomerang schedule that he would fix it up a bit? Well, allow me to explain. This hour of Popeye, I guess it could stay. I mean, 1 o'clock seems like a bad time to air it, but it's classic, so I'd take it. One of these hours of Looney Tunes should be replaced with Thunder the Barbarian and Johnny Quest, respectively. This hour should be replaced with Top Cat. This hour of Pup Named Scooby-Doo can stay. Baby Looney Tunes can stay. Tom and Jerry Kids, I think they should make this an hour, alright? And then the Flintstones can have an hour here. I understand they have another hour, but the Flintstones is a good show, so I want it to have 2 hours. It's fine. And then this hour should be the Yogi Bear Show. If they really want to have the Jetsons have its extra half hour, it could. That's fine with me. So the Yogi Bear Show have its hour here. The Looney Tunes Show can have its hour here. Maybe extend Scooby-Doo or Are You and have it take up 10 o'clock. That's cool. And then, honestly, all of this is classic, so I'm going to have them stay. I get it's a lot of Scooby-Doo, but come on. Classic shows are always welcome on Boomerang. It's called Boomerang for a reason. Then this hour of Looney Tunes, maybe replace it with, let's see. I don't know, maybe something like Wacky Races or something, or some other classic they have in their library. This hour can stay alongside Tom and Jerry, And then all of this can stay. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Now, with this, I think it's pretty obvious where this is going. And you guys are probably already thinking or not what I'm going to be saying. But I want these 2 hours of Scooby-Doo to be replaced with more of these slots. So Foster's Home, give it an hour at 9. Codenames Next Door, give it an hour at 10. Flapjack, give it an hour at 11. And Chowder, give it an hour at 12. That is perfect. That is perfect. I know I said that twice, but that's just brilliant. And I know what you guys are saying, but these shows don't have that many episodes. And yeah, I understand airing them so many times would get annoying, even though they haven't aired on the channel in for so long. But I think what they should do is rotate in and out within certain shows. What do I mean? What do I mean by this? Well, let's say Chowder is done airing episodes 2 times, right? All of their episodes have been aired twice on the channel. Replace this hour with Camp Lazlo. And what if, like, Flapjack is done with two times? It's 2 times. Maybe replace it with something like, how about an older forgotten CN show? Like maybe something like Time Squad or Sheep in the Big City, or how about to make Ben the Looney happy, bring back Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi, or maybe something else like Juniper Lee or something like that, or My Gym Partner's a Monkey. Just some random CN shows that were possibly forgotten that I'm just throwing out, something like that. Well, that's if this block does well, and I'm pretty sure it does. It will. If it doesn't, why can't they replace 2 hours of Looney Tunes with it? Like, they have a lot of Looney Tunes, and I understand people love Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. I understand that, but this is just too much Looney Tunes, guys. And I understand you fixed that problem with Tom and Jerry, which was cool, but Looney Tunes could still use some fixing. Oh, and as for Saturday, maybe like replace an hour of this with more Powerpuff Girls or something. Or maybe replace this hour with another CN show. Something like that. Also, I don't know if you guys are thinking this same way as I am, but yeah, I know Boomerang Theater's gone and all, but I think in a way the new Scooby-Doo movies could count as like their movie thing. I mean, come on. It frickin' says the new Scooby-Doo movies. So, even though it's only an hour, I think they're pretending to do that as the movie thing. Of course, it wouldn't belong on Boomerang Theater. So technically, yeah. So yeah, technically, in a way, that could be their movie for the night. But aside from that, Boomerang Theater is definitely dead. All right. So yeah, that's how I would fix the lineup. Weekends is basically the exact same. I'm not going to explain what's going on with weekends. So that's basically it for Boomerang. All in all, I do like the lineup. It's fantastic. Definitely. I just wish some people who are saying that Boomerang's schedule is awful just takes a second look at it and be like, oh my god, it's actually not so bad. I like it. Like, come on, Jimmy Snowden and Cobra Awesome, do that. So, before I go to Game Show Network, I want to talk about Cartoon Network. I think this should be something I should take off my chest and actually explain. So, you guys are already aware that they are doing this whole Teen Titans Go 400th episode marathon thing. And I did mention in the last TV schedule video that I was okay with it. And I still am. But there's people like on Twitter and some on YouTube are like, oh, Cartoon Network's being bad again? Stop with Teen Titans Go! It's not good! Guys, you need to calm down. This is not permanent. This is only for 10 freaking days. Obviously, after they're done, they're going to be doing something else in December. they're going to be like putting the shows back on. Regular Show, Gumball, Adventure Time, Uncle Grandpa, Apple and Onion, all of those shows, they're going to come back. So I don't know why people are thinking that Cartoon Network's being bad again just because they're showing Teen Titans Go for 10 straight days. Like I said before, they only have 11 hours. And get this, they actually took out Cartoonito. So Cartoon Network has its extra hour. Oh yeah, and speaking of Cartoonito, I've been getting some comments from someone who's a big Angry Birds fan saying that Cartoonito should get 3 hours. Why? Why does Cartoonito need 3 hours? Nuh-uh. Cartoonito does not need 3 hours. I'm sorry. The 1 hour from 7:30 through 8:30 is perfect. Although I think they should move it up to 7, because it would be a lot more easier. But, yeah, Cartoonito does not need 3 hours, buddy. Like, do you really want to see Cartoon Network itself only have 8 hours? No. It's called Cartoon Network. It needs the 10 hours. Now, if you said you want some of Adult Swim to be replaced with Cartoonito, I can understand. But Cartoon Network? That's a total no-no. But yeah, even with its, like, marathon thing, Checkered Past and Toonami Rewind are not being touched. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Because, once again, if Checkered Past and Toonami Rewind were a part of Cartoon Network, they'd definitely be erasing these with Teen Titans Go. So, you guys should be very frickin' lucky you get extra Cartoon Network shows. Even aside from Teen Titans Go. So, yeah. All in all, these guys really shouldn't be complaining about this. Like, it's only for 10 days. Right on December 2nd, I think, they're going to go right back to normal. So, this is not permanent. So, yeah, that's all I want to say here. I don't think I really want to talk about Nick, although they did replace iCarly with Henry Danger again. And it's like every single time they do this, I get so mad. It's like, Nickelodeon, can you make up your freaking mind? Are you going to air iCarly or not? You keep taking it on and off. Just make up your mind. You're going to keep confusing your viewers. Yup, guys. This is why I keep saying Nickelodeon has something against their old shows. Some of you probably are thinking, well, what do you mean by that? What I mean is, well, they don't air their old shows. Oops. They don't air their old shows. They just keep it in the forgotten pile. I don't even understand. It's like they always think they don't do good. They will if you could just give them a chance. Oh my god. But I don't even want to get on them again. We all know they suck. I didn't really want to show you here, but yeah, it looks like on weekdays on this week, they're replacing Some Family Feud with More People Puzzler and America Says. Which is cool. Something I wish they would do every day, but that's not the case. So, before this video closes off, I want to show off Game Show Network because I thought this was really interesting. And I kind of thought I wasn't going to do it until I found out that they actually changed their schedule. So, this is what they got. First, I'm on Thanksgiving. We have Match Game, Chain Reaction, Cash 21, Cash Cab, a marathon of Press Your Luck, Wheel of Fortune, then a marathon of Alec Baldwin's Match Game. And the other one was Gene Rayburn's. And then we basically get the same old stuff with those shows too. I'm just going to keep going for this weekend because all of them are different. Friday, we get a humongous marathon of Family Feud. But it looks like their other shows are set to air, so that's good. I don't think they're going to be changing up the weekend one, but I'll check here to make sure. Yeah, it looks to be the same stuff. But at night, they have more of this stuff, which is nice. Sunday, I believe it's the exact same thing, so I'll just push through it. It's just the weekdays I really want to show off because I thought they were cool. See, I hope this does well because I want them to keep this. I don't understand the point of Game Show Network showing a lot of Family Feud. Okay, it's popular, but you don't need to show it for 7 hours every weekend day. It's ridiculous. They should replace this half hour with Switch or something. Okay, now for the true weekdays. So we get Match Game, Chain Reaction, Catch 21, Cash Cap, Pyramid, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Deal or No Deal, Match Game. Yeah, that's a 90-minute episode. Here we go. More Match Game, Wheel of Fortune. Wait, that's actually not confirmed. It's okay, this one did. And here's Masterminds, but look at this. It gets an extra half hour. So that's cool. Followed by half an hour of Chain Reaction. Why did I say that? Because Split Second. Yep. It's replacing some of this, which was expected. Because, come on, Chain Reactions ended. Okay? Alright, and I think showing that same hour over and over would get tiring. Although, I'm surprised they have an hour of a show on weekdays of an ended show. Like, that's crazy. Then we get Flipside, Beat the Bridge, Match Game, Switch, Split Second, so this hour's back on weekdays. I'm guessing they did this because Switch does much better when it's at 4 or 7, so I guess it's fine. Then Press Your Luck, Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, Flipside, America Says, People Puzzler, and Family Feud. So, just like always, the schedule is good. Now, this is an example of variety, something that Nickelodeon should be taking notes about, but no. They just love drinking coffee and watching SpongeBob. That's basically their life in a nutshell. That's true. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly tell you how I would improve on this, but there isn't that many changes, so let's see. These 2 hours are basically just for like paid programming filler, so they can both stay. Plus, I think they're nice additions. Catch 21 and Cash Cabin could stay. All of these shows can stay. Definitely. Wheel of Fortune should be replaced with, like, maybe... How about the older Wheel of Fortune or something? Like, that'd be nice. Or that's if they have it, though. Or how about, better yet, People Puzzler? Masterminds could keep its hour. These 2 hours, I'm actually fine with them staying. Then all of this can stay, of course. Maybe replace an hour of Family Feud with something else. How about the chase with Brooke Burns and Mark the Beast Labette? Like, that'd be nice. I mean, they have the revival version of the chase on here. They have it here, so why can't you add in the classic version? Or the older version, I'd say. And then all of this can stay. Maybe replace this with more Switch. And how about bring back that other hour? Well, if the chase comes in at 9, there's really no need to do that. So yeah, that's how I would improve it. So guys, that's just about it. Thank you for watching this video. And yeah, I will tune in and I will see you guys in that next video. Now, I will not make this video a cutoff like how it was that last time. That was just a mistake. It was going on for too long and the TV was playing in the background. So, yeah. And I did not want to redo it again. No way. So, yep. That's it. Hope you guys have a nice Thanksgiving. And I will definitely see you in the next video, like I said. So, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for my next videos. Okay, goodbye.